Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best Asus gaming laptops.
Starting at number 5.
Asus ROG Zephyrus. The Asus ROG Zephyrus Duo 16 has a trick up its sleeve, and the clue is in the name. This is a dual-screen device, with a gorgeous mini LED QHD Plus panel up top and a 3840 by 1114-inch screen pad plus sitting just above the keyboard. While not as subtle as other Asus laptops out there, this certainly isn't a classic gamer aesthetic. Subdued grays and blacks run throughout the main chassis, with a single glossy diagonal line and logo on the lid adding a slight flair. It's a restrained look that, combined with the clean, sharp form factor, make the Duo feel far more streamlined than its larger weight and footprint might suggest. It is heavier, however, than the ROG Strix Scar 16 and Zephyrus M16 from this year's lineup. Features: in our review, we lamented the fact that not all games work with this second screen, and it might be overkill for the everyday gamer. However, in a productivity setting, this constant companion display was a game changer.
Coming at number 4.
Asus ROG Strix. The Asus ROG Strix Scar 18 isn't just the most powerful Asus laptop we've tested, but it's offered up the overall highest benchmark numbers of any rig that's passed our desk. That makes it a particularly interesting investment for anyone after a desk-bound 18-inch machine. The design may well split the Strix Scar 18's market, offering up a bold strip of RGB lighting around the front and back, as well as that translucent plastic chassis we didn't quite get on with in the Scar 16. At this price, we were expecting slightly more than the plastic casing featured here, but one look at the price point of the fully aluminium Razor Blade 18 quickly had us celebrating this cheaper design. There's no concerns about durability here, and the lid itself is still a solid aluminium design, so everything feels robust at least. These 18-inch gaming laptops are designed to sit on your desk and stay there. With a 3.1 kilograms weight, that's 80% heavier than the Zephyrus G14 above, the Strix Scar 18 certainly isn't a backpack companion. That's why it's a little frustrating to see all the ports located on the sides. Alienware rigs have had their I/O ports on the back for years now, and it makes a more permanent desk setup particularly tidy. Features: without the Nebula Mini LED display up top, the biggest feature of the Strix Scar 18 is the top-of-the-range spec it offers. This is the first gaming laptop we've tested with that Intel i9-13980HX processor at the helm, but that's not to mention the RTX 4090 GPU and up to 64GB RAM. Those are some hefty specs you won't find in other Asus gaming laptops, so if you're looking to invest in components that can handle anything, your search ends here.
At number 3.
Asus TUF A15. Many of the best Asus gaming laptops can command a serious price tag, but the brand also excels at the bottom of the budget as well. Nowhere is that exemplified more than in the Asus TUF A15. This is a model with a well-established position in cheaper categories, and while some of its features are a little dated in 2024, it's certainly the best budget pick of the lot right now. Like the Asus TUF-F15 before it, the A15 looks far more premium than its price tag suggests. That's thanks to the metal lid and cool gray tones used throughout. Of course, you're still getting the TUF logo stamped onto the top, as well as some cringe-inducing text slapped across the bottom corner inside, but overall this is a slick design without too much gamification to it. Everything fits together beautifully without any concerns over longer-term durability. A little flex in the main typing deck is nothing to be concerned about, and we never experienced any worrying creaks or groans when manipulating the hinge either. Features: the Asus TUF A15 keeps things lean in the feature department, offering everything you need to get going without investing too much of its price tag into extras. That's perfect for a budget rig. You're getting a solid keyboard, workable trackpad, should you need it, and a standard 1080p 144Hz display up top. The 16:9 aspect ratio on this screen does age the device a little, especially with the chunkier bezel down below.
Number 2 of my list.
Asus ROG Zephyrus G14. The 2024 Asus ROG Zephyrus G14 opened up the playing field this year. The redesigned chassis and more mainstream appeal makes it a go-to for anyone who doesn't want the flash of RGB to be a distraction. While the components on offer are a little smaller, the vast majority of players will be able to get by with that RTX 4070 and still take advantage of that incredible OLED display. Previous Asus ROG Zephyrus G14 models have all held a similar look, punctuated by that matrix LED panel to the rear. Things are different this time around. Not only is the new G14 much thinner overall, but it's got more of an ultrabook look about it. This little portable powerhouse has grown up, and now looks and feels far more like a MacBook Pro. That's thanks to the single diagonal strip of LED lights to the rear and soft-touch gray CNC milled aluminum unibody chassis. Of course, everything's still super sturdy to the touch, with a rock-solid main base and very little flex to the display. Features: the 120Hz OLED panel sits atop the G14 like a crown. This is a particularly astonishing screen, capable of incredible color contrast and a bold, vivid picture. Combined with the boosted resolution, games run smooth and bright here, particularly more dynamic scenes like those of Cyberpunk 2077. That's not all, though. We've got a 1080p webcam here, a slick and comfortable keyboard, and a good selection of ports on both sides of the main frame. The AMD build means there's no Thunderbolt 4 here, but the USB-C options can easily carry you through instead. The only drawback to all this is that the 2024 model drops the RTX 4080 and RTX 4090 graphics card options of the previous generation. However, with an RTX 4070 at the top of the configuration scale, the majority of players are still covered here.
And number 1.
Asus ROG Strix. 2023's Asus ROG Strix Scar 16 is a beast. It not only outperformed the Asus ROG Zephyrus M16 in our testing, but also beat it for price as well. That makes it the best Asus laptop on the market right now, though its aesthetic won't be for everyone. We weren't massive fans of that translucent main chassis aesthetic. When paired with as fingerprint-prone a material as this plastic, it does bring the overall premium feel down. There's still plenty of RGB to make up for it, though, and besides, this is a gaming laptop focused on pure performance. Features: Asus has packed its high-end laptops with its Nebula HDR Mini LED display this year. That means excellent contrast, vivid colors, and slick attention to detailing. This is one of the best laptop screens we've come across, and paired with a silky smooth 240Hz refresh rate, there's plenty to love. Unfortunately for fans of the series, the additional fans do mean the ports have been relegated back to the sides of the Strix Scar 16. If you're going to be installing your laptop to run at a desk semi-permanently, that's going to mean a lot of cables everywhere. Performance: with an i9-13980HX processor at the helm, there's nothing the Strix Scar 16 can't handle. We managed to maintain 3-figure frame rates in shadow of the ROM Raider and the Division 2 on ultra settings in QHD plus resolution. That's not something we can say about many rigs. Not only that, but beefier titles like Metro Exodus and Red Dead Redemption 2 never dropped below 90 frames per second. That's incredible performance from both the lightning-fast CPU and RTX 4080 graphics card we were testing with.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.